Come in.
Hi, Miss Holmes. Sammy Creek with the Tom James Company.
Nice to meet
It's
you.
so nice to meet you.
Good. Have a seat.
Thank you. Do you mind if I lay some things out on your desk?
No, go ahead.
Great. How's your day going?
Oh, it's been a busy one. I'm heading out to Washington in a few, so.
Oh, you are?
It's been busy. Just getting transitioned into the new role.
Sure. Well, I know that you're a very busy woman, so I promise I won't take up too much of your time.
Okay, sounds good.
So first, I want to congratulate you on becoming the new co-anchor on the NBC Nightly News.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I was just speaking to Mr. Zimmerman the other day, and he told me that he threw a bit of a celebration for you at his Long Island estate.
Yes, that was fun. That was fun, and Brian was there with us.
Oh, he was?
He was. We'll be co-hosting together, so
yes.
We'll spend a lot of time together.
Yes, sure. It sounded like a really nice evening, the way that Mr. Zimmerman was talking.
It was very nice.
Yes. So the reason why I'm here today is to learn more about your professional and social responsibilities, tell you about Tom James and what we have to offer, and see how we can work together to provide you with the most appropriate wardrobe for any occasion. How does that sound?
Oh, that sounds great.
Great.
I have to say, forgive me for this, I thought that you would be a male, because I thought with the Tom James name that all their reps were men.
Okay.
So this is a little bit of a surprise, and I've just worked with so many men, that's
okay.
not what I expected.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that with me. Tom James does have both men and women salespeople. Are you comfortable with me selling to you, or would you feel more comfortable with a male?
I'm most comfortable with men just based on the environment that I came out of.
Okay.
Obviously, working with all the guys.
Sure.
But I'm open to learning more about the reps and what's available.
Okay, great. Well, what I'd like to do is continue with the presentation so we can both get to know each other better and see if this relationship works out. And if not, I can make sure that we'll have a male buyer come in the next time. Does that sound okay for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, great. Well, I'd like to start off by sharing with you that I did do some research on your background. I'd like to share the information that I found, and please feel free to correct me if any of this is wrong.
Okay.
I found that you just came back from spending 2 years in Afghanistan as a war correspondent.
2 years in camos, 2 years with my hair tied up and helmets and things on. So
that must have been quite an experience.
Stressful. I think I'm still kind of suffering from post-traumatic syndrome.
Sure.
But it's been a good 2 years.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you.
And what kind of correspondent work were you doing before you went over to Afghanistan?
Prior to that, it was very similar, doing war reporting here in the U.S.
Okay.
So, I kind of stayed in the same field and transitioned over.
Okay.
But nothing like what I'm doing now with NBC.
Okay.
This is a totally different environment for
Absolutely.
me.
Yes. Okay, and what I'd like to do now is ask you some questions, just so that I can have a better understanding of what your likes and dislikes are in clothing. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Okay, great. Take out my iPad. All right, the first question that I have for you is, what is the most important thing to you when you shop for clothing? Is it getting the best fit, getting the highest quality, keeping up with clothing trends, or getting the best value?
I think in this position, I need to be focused on the clothing trends.
Clothing trends, okay.
Before, I was more concerned with fit, comfort and fit.
Okay.
Seeing as I wore camos and comfortable clothing all the time, but comfort will still be important because I've been told that I'll sleep in these clothes. I'll be wearing them so much.
So often.
But I also want to make sure that I look nice. You know, Brian is a sharp dresser.
Oh, he is. He's one of Tom James's best clients. He always looks so sharp.
And he always matches, which I've been accused of not matching on a number of occasions.
Well, we can help you out with that, not to worry. And would you say that quality and value is also important to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Quality is important. Making sure that things are durable and they stand up.
Sure.
For years.
Okay. And when doing the critical parts of your business, you'll be in a suit most of that time, correct?
Yes, I think I'll be wearing a suit the majority of the time on air. However, I still need some casual clothing.
Sure. And we have a casual line, so we can help you out with that. And let me ask you a question. What happens if you were to come onto the nightly news and maybe you weren't dressed as sharp as you could as possible? How might that affect the people's perception of you?
Oh, I think especially sitting next to Brian, because I think he has an image that the community in America is familiar with.
Sure.
So I need to have a parallel or a consistent look with his as well.
Absolutely.
On top of being able to create a new image and a brand for myself.
Okay.
So I'd like something that would portray a positive image and a confident image to the community. And if I did not do that, I'd imagine that my career would not be as long as I would want it to be.
Sure. Okay. And when you shop for clothing items, do you tend to look for replacement items or search for new ideas?
You know, more recently, I haven't been shopping.
Okay.
You know, I have the time to shop,
Okay.
and the money is not an issue
Okay.
with this new position.
Sure.
And I just don't know why I haven't. It might be just because I have an issue with the matching, and I'm not comfortable picking out things.
Okay.
But I like going to Nordstrom because I can just get a suit off the rack. And
Sure. Okay. Okay. But would you say that you mostly do replacement items, maybe replacing the ones that are outdated, just keeping up with new things?
Yeah, in the past, replacement, but I think moving forward, it'll be more
New
of
ideas.
a new idea. This
Okay.
is a new position, a new wardrobe,
Okay.
casual and business.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you were to rate your current wardrobe on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being it's totally horrendous, I'd get rid of everything and start over, 10 being my wardrobe's absolutely perfect, wouldn't change a thing, where would you rate yourself today?
I have to say maybe a 3.
A 3. Okay.
What I'm needing in the future is not what I have at all, but I'm still very comfortable in things that I currently have.
Okay.
So there's a place for those items, just
Sure.
not with NBC, I'm sure.
Right. Well, so there's definitely room for some improvement.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you were to replace one or two things to bump you up to a solid 4, what would be the first few things that you'd replace?
You know, Brian mentioned that I need to look more like Diane Sawyer.
Okay.
And I'm not too confident in that look for me.
Okay.
But definitely something that pops and that's vibrant.
Okay.
I'm used to wearing the drab colors coming from Afghanistan.
Right.
So a couple of pieces that are bright and
Okay,
colorful.
so maybe not on the conservative side. Something fun.
Something fun. That would
Okay.
be nice and different, but not
Okay.
quite the Diane Sawyer look.
Okay. And right now, how often do you find yourself in a suit?
Right now, maybe once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks, and then once you start,
Oh, it'll be on a
every
daily
day.
basis.
Okay.
And from what I understand, I need to have a different look with every time that we're on the air. So
Sure, I understand that. Okay, and let's think about your business calendar for the next 3 to 6 months. Do you have any important business trips coming up? Any important meetings that you'll be attending?
Well, I leave for Washington this evening, and there's
Oh,
another
that's right.
welcome
Okay.
reception tomorrow night. So that'll be the first event that I'll need to start preparing for.
Okay.
But I'd imagine that moving forward in the career, that we'd have several cocktail hours,
Sure.
several receptions
Okay.
that are off air, and that I would need to attend as well.
Okay. And on your business trips, will you be in a suit?
I think so.
Okay. And let's think about your social calendar now for the next 3 to 6 months. Do you have any weddings coming up or vacations planned?
You know, I haven't gotten past the next 2 weeks. It's been so stressful,
I can
and the
imagine.
transition has been amazing. So, not that I can think of, but I don't
Okay.
want to say no. Just none that I can think of right now.
Okay. Okay. All right, and just to summarize what we've talked about so far, you said the most important thing to you when you shop for clothing is keeping up with clothing trends, especially being a new anchor, making that really good impression. But you also said that fit, quality, and value are also important to you. And when doing the critical parts of your business, you will be in a suit and tie. And you also said that when shopping for clothing, you tend to look for new ideas. And you rated your current wardrobe on a scale of 1 to 10 as a 3. Maybe replace suits, or not replace, add suits, go for those new looks. And you said that you're currently in a suit every few weeks, but once you start on the news, you'll be in every day.
Right.
And you said that you are taking a business trip to Washington, and you'll also have a few cocktail parties to attend. Is that right?
Yes, all
Okay,
that's
great.
correct.
And are there any other needs that you'd like to address with me at this time?
You know, I think once again, I want to be able to match, and I want to look good.
Okay.
I do have the time to shop, and it's just a matter of getting the right items.
Okay.
I've been told that I have an issue with matching colors,
Okay.
probably because I haven't had the chance to.
Okay.
But things look good to me, but they don't look so good to other people.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. That's a great point. Actually, a lot of my clients tell me the same thing. but not to worry because I will go through all of the options that we have and I can pair your outfits. So you won't even have to worry about putting your outfits together. I will take care of that for you. So does that address that concern?
Oh, absolutely. That'll really help me out.
Okay, great. So if I could show you how Tom James could satisfy all the needs that we just talked about and provide you with the most appropriate wardrobe for any occasion, would you be interested in hearing about what we have to offer?
Yes, that'd be interesting.
Okay. Well, what I would like to do now is share with you some facts and reasons why doing business with me and the Tom James Company will enable you to receive top quality products, great personal service, expert advice, and a better value. And can you see this okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Tom James was founded in 1966. Since then, we've become a clothing industry leader with offices in over 100 cities worldwide. We have enjoyed consistent growth with annual sales exceeding $250 million.
Mm-hmm.
However, what we're most proud of is that 80% of our annual sales come from repeat business. So Mr. Williams, he's a perfect example of this, loves what we do and continues to give us his business.
Okay.
Tom James has grown through referrals and word of mouth and without the benefit of advertising. However, our unique business model has been featured in the major media outlets pictured here. I actually have with me today an article from Rob Report that I'd like to share with you.
I'm noticing all the images that you're showing me are of suits and ties. I have no casual clothing.
Okay, well, we do offer a complete line of casual clothing as well. Anything from suits, shirts, anything that you might possibly need. Cute tops, we can provide that for you. That was a great question. Thank you for asking that.
Okay.
So does that address that concern?
Yes.
Okay. Tom James has grown our business in two ways. The first is meeting directly with clients, which is what I do. I meet with my clients on a regular basis throughout the year. The second is through manufacturing and wholesale. We own 8 different manufacturing facilities and a woolen mill. We make most of our own fabrics and clothing. We also have a separate sales force that calls on the world's finest specialty shops and large retailers like Saks, Neiman Marcus, and Nordstrom.
Okay, well that's good to know because I'm curious to know where the suits are coming from.
Sure.
Quality.
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Actually, 80% of our clothing is made here in the United States, and the other 20% is made in Chile.
Okay,
So,
good.
yes, most of it's made here. Does that address that concern?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. My goal is that my clients be prepared for any occasion that might come up on their calendar. Their day-to-day business, a social gathering, even a family vacation. What I'd like to do now is go through the needs that we talked about earlier and how we can satisfy each one of these. So earlier you mentioned to me that keeping up with trends is really important to you, but also fit, quality, and value.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, we have 8 different manufacturing facilities. Within these shops, we have 4 different levels of clothing. I'd like to go into each collection with you so you can decide which collection gives you those trends you're looking for, the value and quality that you're looking for. Is that all right with you?
Okay, you're going to go through those with me now? Or?
Yes, right
okay.
now. Our first collection is the Ventura collection. These garments are made from some of the finest fabrics in the world from Holland and Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
They're hand tailored, they're very comfortable, travel exceptionally well, and they resist wrinkling. And these suits start at $2,599. Our second collection is the Royal Classic collection. These garments are made from some of the same fabrics as the Ventura collection, but because they're less labor intensive, they're a little bit more moderately priced. And these suits start at $1,629. And our third collection is the Executive collection. These are a good mid-range workhorse garments, and these suits start at $1,129. And our final collection is Corporate Image, and this is our introductory collection. And these suits start at $899. So Ms. Holmes, of these collections, which one do you feel best meets the quality and value and trends that you're looking for?
Well, based on you showing me the prices and a little bit of description on these, I'd imagine that the Executive collection would be comparable to what I'm looking for now.
That's a great choice.
As I mentioned before, I haven't been shopping a lot recently, so I think that's a great place to start. But over the years and my time with NBC, I'd imagine stepping up to luxury, as it says there. So,
absolutely.
And NBC has provided an allowance for me, so that's something
wonderful.
That I could work in.
Okay, well, we'll definitely make sure that you look wonderful. And you also said that you'll be in a full suit most of your time spent on the show.
Yeah.
So, like I said, all of these collections offer suits, and the executive collection has hundreds of suit options for you to choose from. And I'll help you go through these different options. And also, you said that you tend to look for new ideas. Well, we are constantly getting new fabrics, new design options, so I can help you keep up with those new clothing trends.
Yeah, it still seems overwhelming, but I know that you'll be able to help me with that.
I promise I will help you.
Okay.
I will not make it overwhelming for you.
Okay.
Not to worry. And you said that you do have an upcoming business trip to Washington where you will be in a suit. And like I said, we can provide that suit for you. But you also said that you need some casual wear, maybe for this trip and just for weekends and things like that. And we do offer a full line of casual clothing. So we can also help you out with that.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. So now that I've shown you how Tom James can satisfy all these needs, what I'd like to do is set up an appointment for you for sometime next week where I can come in, bring the different fabric options with me and the design options, go over those with you, also take all 31 of your measurements. We even measure the slope of your shoulders to ensure that perfect fit.
That's so funny. I know that measuring and feeling in fabrics will be excellent.
Mhm.
I'm just so used to trying them on.
Sure.
So,
Okay. Well, thank you for bringing that up. That's a great point, and that's another common concern among my clients. Once we take your measurements, we'll get your garments made, and I'll bring them to you, and you'll be able to try those garments on, make sure they fit perfectly, make sure you're 100% happy. If you're not happy with something, we're going to take care of that for you. Does that address that concern?
sure. I'm
Okay.
interested to see how that works.
Okay, great. So how does next Wednesday sound for you?
Next Wednesday sounds good.
Wednesday? Okay. And does maybe the same time, 10 a.m. work for you?
10 should be okay. If you follow up with an email, we can confirm that.
Absolutely, I will email you. Okay, Ms. Holmes, thank you so much for meeting with me, and I look forward to doing business with you.
Thank you. You have a good one.